So why should I learn cloud computing? At least 96% of multinational corporations use cloud computing services nowadays. Any business that uses data must have a data center, either on-site or in the cloud, in order to store, retrieve, and reuse it. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, banking, telecommunications, insurance, government, and private sectors are all using data centers. It depends whether that particular data center is on premises or in the cloud. So who will maintain and oversee these infrastructures? Business requires a qualified, trained personnel like you and me. So as there is a great need for experienced, trained professionals, then there are professionals presently available. So the need for cloud computing specialists will only increase. This will be one of the key reasons why one must have an additional skill set in cloud computing. So what is the typical pay for a cloud support engineer? You can simply Google average cloud engineer salary in India. You will get the search result. The average salary will be 7,50,000 plus per annum. That works out to somewhere 60 plus thousand per month. So that is the potentiality a cloud engineer or support engineer has. So how this training is delivered? Training takes place over the weekends, so Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. There are 8 weekend classes set aside for this course, total 32 hours of training, and it may extend. So despite the fact that this program is delivered in English, participants can interact in Kannada, Telugu, Hindi, or English. So 50% of this course will be theoretical and 50% will be practical. Daily lab exercises will be performed. So the class will begin with a review of the previous lesson, a few brief questions, clearing up any doubts, and moving on to the next topic. So one of the participants will give a recap of the prior lesson. We will be sharing industry best practices, step-by-step lab work document, and class recorded videos uploaded in YouTube for easy access. Please adhere to the scheduled class times and attempt to join the class 15 minutes prior to the scheduled time. And please be flexible in preparing your own class notes. So what position in the cloud a participant can get after this training? If the participant has mastered all of the cloud services and lab exercises, once the session is over, can submit a resume for the position of AWS Cloud Support Engineer. So the next question is, what kind of work does an AWS Support Engineer perform in his daily routine work? So this position provides technical customer support, assisting clients with AWS applications, troubleshooting, gathering logs, password reset, creating and maintaining AWS test instances, that is virtual machines, etc. So this cloud service engineer or support engineer also responsible for solving customers' cases through a variety of customer contact channels, which may include telephonic support, email, chat, web, or the live chat support. Monitoring application performances, using conference call bridge to participate in an online discussion aimed at identifying and resolving the problems. These are some of the job roles a cloud support engineer will be performing in his daily routine life. So other than AWS, are there any other cloud service providers? Yes, of course. There are over 800 plus cloud service providers who offer their services via different delivery models. AWS is one among them. So cloud service providers are those companies who offer data center infrastructure and business applications in the cloud. So these cloud service providers are hosting a data center that can be accessed by other companies or individuals via internet. So who are these competitors for AWS? The popular cloud service providers are, yes, the name we have already taken, AWS, that is Amazon Cloud Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, Oracle Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, Dell EMC Cloud, IBM Cloud, HP has got GreenLake, their cloud name, Adobe Creative Cloud, Red Hat, Rackspace, Salesforce, SAP, Verizon, the name goes on. So who are all the customers using Amazon Cloud? I have taken only few big names: TCS, National Stock Exchange, Netflix, Apple. They use Amazon Cloud for their day-to-day activities. LinkedIn and Office 365, they use Microsoft Azure. Facebook and Intel, they are using Google Cloud Platform. Toyota and AT&T, they are dependent on Oracle Cloud. Ford, Schneider Electricals, they are using Alibaba Cloud. JP Morgan, General Motors, they use Dell EMC, and American Airlines, they use IBM Cloud. So each and every customer, they have their own choice and preferences to use the cloud infrastructure. So who is supporting these clients? It is the cloud technician, the person who had undergone the training and mastered the skills will be hired to support these customers. Computing. Operating our data center or IT infrastructure remotely is what is meant by cloud computing. It is the on-demand availability of computing and accessing them over the internet. Services offered such as servers, storage devices, databases, networking, applications, operating systems, so on and so forth. The list goes on. Cloud services are offered to users on pay-as-you-go approach. So what does that mean, pay-as-you-go approach? You only pay for the services you consume, and once you stop using them, there are no additional cost or termination fees. So the pricing is similar to how you pay for the utility services like water, electricity, or maybe even the mobile currency. So next, let us see what is AWS Management Console. The AWS Management Console is a web application that has collection of service consoles of managing AWS resources. So when you first sign in, you see this console home page, which is called AWS Management Console. So this is just a tip of an iceberg, whatever we have discussed, whatever the information that has been shared so far. And in each and every class, we'll be learning many AWS services. What do you mean by a service? A virtual machine is a service. A storage device is a service. A database is a service. There are over 200 plus services are available in AWS. Okay. So I have prepared few questions and answers, keeping myself in your place. So I have, these are the general inquiries that I usually get. So to begin with, I'm not from IT background. I have not studied engineering or computer science. Can I learn AWS? Yes, of course. You can master AWS while still excelling in your field. So the next question is, if I take this course, would I be guaranteed a job? The answer is no. You will get job only if you excel and understand this technology well, and you'll be able to prove your skills in the interview. Don't worry, I will make myself available and give you all the tips which is needed, and also the questions that will be asked during the interview and how to overcome that. So what is the training fee? It is absolutely free, my friend. So there is no hidden charges. Absolutely, this training is delivered free. So why do you offer training for free? There is a significant unemployment rate, and many people lost their jobs as a result of COVID, ongoing recession, and also lack of necessary skills. In the end, I want to support someone who is in need to build their career. And further, there are a few more questions that I can think of. I arrived late or missed a class. Do you have a recording? Yes, of course. This class will be recorded and the recording will be posted on YouTube. You can use it whenever you want. Will you provide class notes and lab exercises to practice? Yes, of course. Step-by-step lab exercise document will be provided. You will have access to these videos, so you may prepare your own notes for the lesson. That means this PPT presentation will not be provided. You will have the video at your disposal. You can play, you can stop, you can rewind, and you can prepare your own class notes. So is it cost-free to use the AWS resources? Just now, the few slides back, you had seen that AWS management console, right? There are over 200 plus services are available. So is it cost-free to use AWS resources? Partially yes and partially no. What does that mean? First, you must register for a free tier user account in order to use AWS resources. There are 750 hours of free usage provided every month or for 1 full year of usage. And be cautious, careful. If you do not delete the resources, the lab exercises, whatever you have created, after completing the exercise, if you do not delete it, you will lose the free time that has been offered. So to prevent losing out the free usage hours, whatever has been provided, please make sure that you will delete the lab exercises. And don't worry, I will be on your toes. Make sure that you will delete all the resources. I will provide enough guidelines which is needed. Do I need to enter my debit or credit card information to set up a free AWS account? Yes, of course, yes. The answer is yes. If you exhaust all the free usage limits provided by AWS, Amazon Web Services, only then the extra charges will be applicable. Okay, so with this, we have reached at the end of today's session. This was a needed video before attending the classes so that you will know how the training will be delivered. And we will catch up in the class, and I wish you all good luck and happy learning. I personally take this opportunity to thank you all for joining this training, and more importantly, choosing me as your facilitator with some great expectations and trust. I'll do my best to stand up to your expectations. Thanks again. We'll catch up in the class.